Senator Agnes Kavindo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to first of all congratulate Cheregai, Senator of Nandi, for this amendment bill about the Counter Assembly's threshold to impeach the CECs. But Mr. Speaker, I want also Cheregai and the committee which will deal with this bill to check on how the MCRs can be empowered to be able to call the CECs to the Counter Assembly for questioning, just like we senators call the CSs here at the Senate to question them, because that one, they don't do it, and they only question the CECs at the committee level, which is not enough for them. Two, as we recommend this threshold to be 2/3, we should also look into the law, the Counter Assembly law, to be able to protect both the CECs and the Counter Assembly and the governors. Let's say, for example, if the CSs are not working and if they cannot deliver, all the accusation goes to the president. Anybody who stands accuses the president, and yet they are the CSs who are failing in their dockets which they are given to deliver. And so that should also be looked into so much at the same time at the count level. Because if, before we declare the governor has failed, the CECs will be the first people to fail. Why? Because the governors have given them a docket to assist them. If the governors could deliver at the count level on their own, they could not appoint the CECs. The same thing with the president and the CSs. So there's a gap there somewhere, and that gap is what should be looked at in this Senate, so that we can streamline things. At the same time, the MCRs in the counter assemblies are not doing their work of oversighting the governors because they have no fund. What has made this Senate or the government of the executive, the president and the lawmakers, not to give the MCS a fund so that they can be independent? Because as long as they depend on the governors to be able to deliver to their wards, they will never do the right oversight that they should do to the governors. So to enable them to work, we must find a way of them getting direct money. When I was in BBI, we had recommended that they get 20 million directly to them to be able to work in their wards, so that they are not at the mercies of the governors, and so that they can be able to oversight the governors properly without fear of that there will be no development in their wards. And because if they don't have any developments in their wards, then they'll risk their re-election. And so as we protect us here as senators, we should also protect the MCRs. And because we are defenders of devolution, we should check and make sure that the governors are doing the right thing that they are supposed to do, and the MCRs also are doing the right thing that they should do, and the CECs are also doing the right thing that they should do. I think with those few remarks, I support, but with those many amendments. And let's check even from the top. Because if we only correct things at the count level and we don't correct things at the national level, then will not be doing anything. So this law that Cherega you have brought up, and the one that Karungo senator has brought up, you should sit down and see where the gaps are and make sure that it flows from the executive in the National Assembly and down to the county assemblies, and that will be very good. Two, I've had so many stories about Songo's impeachment. At that time, then I was not in the Senate, but I've had so many of the senators talk that Songo was impeached for no good reason. And maybe not only Songo, maybe others. We should look at the thresholds of impeachment for governors and make a law that will work and will be okay. It will not be compromised by either the Senate or even the county assemblies. And that will help us to move forward as a nation. Two, about the Bunge Towers. I think this should be looked into to clear every doubt and to make sure that everyone is okay with whatever work has been done there. If it was correct, if it is correct, that's okay. If it's not correct, then it should be followed to the latter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.